Okay, a lot of tunes have at some point if we're thinking of Nashville number system, a 1-5-1 turnaround, often at the end of a phrase, end of a chorus, end of a verse. And so I have several examples for you. If you hold what you got, I'm coming home to stay. So y'all come and see us now and then with that little girl of mine in Tennessee. So there I'm singing in the key of D, the D being the 1, the A being the 5. And there I'm not doing any transition between them, but it's a great place to do a little bass run. So we're going to look at either an ascending or a descending run. So that's ascending, and that's slight variation on the same theme. So if I'm normally playing on beats in 1 and 3, here I'm playing on beats 1, 2, 3, and 4. So that little girl of mine in Tennessee, right? But what I usually like doing is having a pause on beat 2 and more so doing beat 3 and 4. And the notes that I'm playing are a D, open D. I'm playing an F sharp with my pinky, an open G, an A, and just the 5th of the A, the E right across from it, back to your D. So you've got D, F sharp, G, A, E, back to D. That little girl of mine in Tennessee. Then I'm back to my root 5th on the D. So that's an ascending line. If we wanted to do a descending line, so there I'm just going right down the scale. I'm doing a D, C sharp, B, A, and another E, back to the D. So that little girl of mine in Tennessee. So you see there's a slight, difference in feel, whether you're going up with the melody or not. And so this can help determine what you want to do, whether you want to play an ascending or a descending line. So if you're thinking in terms of numbers, that ascending line, D is 1, we've got 1, 3, 4, 5, 2, back to 1, 5, 1. The descending is 1, 7, 6, 5, 2, 1, 5, 1. Likewise, with that descending line, we're hitting on beats 1, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. And you could double that D again at the top like we did when we're hitting on each beat. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. So your choice on that. My challenge to you is to take that lick and try it in different keys, right? So transpose it in different places. One way you can do this, you can move by half steps, you can move by whole steps, you could just move in the keys that you play in. But if you move around the circle of fifths or fourths, if you're going either clockwise or counterclockwise, I find that pretty useful. So we started on D. If we go up to G, so again, let's get that in our head. We're going to do the ascending line of the, right, so here's our G. If we wanted to do there, we could do it high, but that's getting a little kind of out of the happy range of the bass. But I mean, well, the happy range. We just don't want to get like into guitar player range where we're stepping on other people's notes so much, because most of the time people are wanting to hear these low bass notes from us. So even though I went up to this high G, the open G, let's take it down an octave. So if you're thinking of your scale tones, 1, 3, 4, 5, 2, 1, or you could think of your solfege. So there it is in G. Now let's go up a fourth to C. What's nice on the bass is that we just figured out in G, the middle index, middle, open, open, middle. The same pattern is going to work for C. We're just moving it across. I don't even have to think of the names of the notes, really. My fingers kind of know where to go. And I've got that sound in my head. So a challenge can be, if you hit the root note, can you hear that little lick? The bum, 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 or take it down. Bum, 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 bum. So there, for F, in that octave, I had to shift up to a high C, right, on the G string. So I've got F, A, B flat, C, and instead of doing an open G, I'm doing a closed position G on the D string, and then I'm shifting back to my F. We could also shift it down another octave. This can be part of your challenge. Can you do it around the circle of fifths, and can you do it in different octaves? Right? So you're figuring out, where do I like the sound? Where is it appropriate? Now let's go to B flat. Now to E flat. Okay, so now we're going to go to A flat. I'm going to go this lower octave. There I have to shift. So you'll hear people talk about the box or the trio. This is kind of getting into that a little bit, which we'll do in another bass bite. So there, what I think is an efficient fingering on the upright. So I've got my middle finger on this low A flat, then I've got index, middle, I'm shifting up a half step for my pinky. So you got 1, 3, 4, 5, 2, 1. Then we can do that pattern again. And again. So here we're on an F sharp. So now if we hop down, because we kind of run out of room, and we're going to do that in B. So that same pattern that we did up here works down here. Now we're on an E. Or we could drop down to the low E. Brings us to our A. And now we're all the way back around where we started at the D. So have fun with that. You can try all of the ascending or the descending licks around your circle of fourths and try it in different octaves. That is your bass bite for today.